Salam alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Now, mechanical tactics on how to maintain your cars in this COVID-19 lockdown. And if you have joined me thus far, then I must confess that you are indeed successful into subscribing to my channel. Just join me on the flip side. Welcome back. Remember, this is Vehicle Screen, and if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing immediately. Well, numero uno, if you ask me, the first and foremost thing you have to do in this case of maintaining your car in this lockdown period is absolutely simple. You have to keep your car clean. Yes.
Oh my god!
You heard me right. You have to keep your car clean. You ought to take the car to probably a washing bay or making sure that you do the cleaning yourself. The second thing that I would like you to do is for you to keep your car in a very, very safe area. Yes, you ought to keep your car in a very safe and a covered area where the car can get covered with, if it's a shelter or probably a tent or anything, very good shape. Missed sunlight or excessive sunlight or birds dropping, some things like that. In this cases, these two actually, because of the ultraviolet radiation, so harmful rays which are emitted from the sunlight, this can have a significant impact on the car body, the paint.
Impressive.
Fully filled tank. Yes, you must make sure that your tank is full. If you have a half-filled tank, what happens is that when the car gets parked for this period of lockdown, or the cars get parked for a long period, there is a mechanical process of mechanical concept that we call condensation of air. Condensation air is an excess air which settles on the surface of the floor. That is the space between the filled tank and then the unfilled space in the trunk of the vehicle. So when there is this condensation air, the excess air gets all over the surface of the fuel. So what happens is that when this happens for a long period or of a period of time, this can lead to rusting. Yes. So the 4 steps that you have to ensure is to make sure that you desist to avoid engaging the emergency brake or the emergency parking brake. The parking brake at this point, because when the parking brake is being engaged when the vehicle is idle, this can get us jammed. Yes, you heard.
Oh really?
You have to leave your car parked for a number of days, or if you wouldn't be using your car for a couple of days, the first thing to do is the battery. Yes, you have to go straight up to the battery. Make sure that you disconnect the battery at this point, since the car would have been in use for a couple of days. And at the same time, make sure you use your trickle charger. Use your trickle charger. You heard me right. Use your trickle charger at this point, as you are not using the car, as the car is left idle. This is a crucial decision you have. I would like to hand over to you as this. Make sure that you keep your car tires properly inflated and having the correct air pressure. Yes, you have to make sure that your car tires are properly inflated and having the correct air pressure. This is because when you do so, it's very simple. You will prevent what we call cracking of sidewalls, or you can also prevent flat spots from happening. So this is a significant decision which you have to take if you want to keep your tires in a very good shape. So
Impressive.
gentlemen, this is how far we've come with today's video on the tips on maintaining your car in the COVID-19 lockdown period. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and share this to your friends, and make sure that you have access to this, all the mechanical concept that we'll be touching on, and more crucial tips that I'll be unleashing for you to get to know on how to deal with your cars, and clinical reviews that we are planning to engage a lot of car dealerships on, with our fingers crossed. So ladies and gentlemen, like I would say that in every place, every social taste death, but it is the brave that survive to the last breath. When you wake up in the morning, make sure that you follow the laws of man and live life, and believe with God all things are possible. With me, Tiobal, and I'm Katapu. Join me the next time on Vehicle Street.